Hey everybody, Dom here, and this is Cursed Turbine, a map-making project where we take Turbine and we make it cursed, more or less. It's a bit of a vague concept, but it works. If you want more information, consider watching the first video or the second video, and this is the third video. And possibly, once the fourth video is out, watch that one too, etc, etc, etc. This time around, I have a changelog of improvements I've made so far, so we'll run through those. Okay, first off, I've taken the spectator camera, which is over here, and tilted it sideways slightly. So now, when you're spectating, and your camera is set to the spectating camera, you're not just looking down at the battlefield, you're not just looking down here at this main area, your camera is also tilted slightly. It may be kind of difficult to see, but yes, this camera is tilted. Now that's a little off-putting, that's a little weird, that's a little like, wow, is this supposed to be like this? You feel like you're falling, you feel like it's a Dutch angle, you know? In cinematography, in movie making, when you have a sort of tilted camera to make it seem like everything's a little weird, a little off. And so that's what we're implementing, and that's what I put here. Alright, so next on this changelog, I have added a health pack and an anti-troll measure to this central container thing here. Okay, so previously, this container, how it works is it's a trap. There's doors, they're open, specifically this no-draw texture here, and on the other side, it's an open container. You can walk into it, unlike the regular turbine where you cannot do that. And so what I've done is, I've made an incentive to actually go and walk into it. The incentive is that I've added a giant health pack in there. Well, a large health pack. It's not giant, technically. They're called large health packs. So now there's actually a reason to go in here and get stuck, because it's a trap. Now, also, this just came to me. No one suggested this. No one brought this up or anything. I guess it didn't appear to anyone's minds. You could troll using this thing. You could walk into this place with one of the flags and just get stuck in there, and no one could kill you, and no one could get you out, and you could just screw around it and just troll everybody, right? So what I've done is added an anti-troll measurement to this container, to this trap. After I think it's 2 minutes, you automatically just get killed. You take like 1,000 damage per second or something and get killed. All right, so there we go. Improved, and now I fixed a problem that never became a problem because it's been fixed. Haha. That's what I call. I don't know what that's called. Let's run through this changelog. All right. The red door now has a brick wall. All right. There, I've implemented it. The red door thing that I mentioned previously, not specifically the red door, but that there was going to be a brick wall, right? Okay. Let me elaborate further. So on one of these sides, specifically this side of this map here, I made it so instead of this opening up, well, it still opens up. But what's on the other side is nothing. Let me just hide some stuff. Hide, and hide. And there's a brick wall in here. Haha. So you open it up and you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't go anywhere. This is just a brick wall. And you get trolled by the map. Same on this side. So let me just hide some stuff. Hide. It still opens up individually. The inside and the outside opens up. They're set to their own triggers. And they reveal the brick wall. Now, to go along with this, there's going to be a path on the side, like over here, but I've not implemented that yet, and it'll lead, that path on the side will lead out to this path over here, to this thing that's previously nothing. This is just set dressing, right? But it'll have a functionality. It'll just lead to a path that otherwise is just kind of a troll. And, yeah. I think in a previous video I mentioned something like, brick wall is what I was going to implement, but if someone comes up with a better idea, then I'd use that instead. But I think a brick wall is the best idea. It's subtle, it's to the point, it's right in your face. When you see it, you're like, oh, this place is blocked off, I can't go. And it makes sense. But I don't know, I'm still open to ideas if someone wants to think of something else and suggest it, like, I don't know, a sign on the brick wall. But in a brick wall that's plain, it's pretty good, it's perfect, it's good enough. Alright, next changelog thing. Changed wall color to, oh, Merry Christmas. Okay, get ready for this. I might as well unhide this. Blah. Okay. Do you see anything, different? Also, I assume that you didn't hear the part where I say changed and I said the word color. So, yeah. Maybe you've already see the difference slightly. Maybe you don't. It's hard to tell. Okay, so what I've done is, I've changed the wall textures. Not all the wall textures, just the red parts. Instead of it being red, it's slightly orange. Very, very subtly orange. So, for comparison, I've left one wall unchanged. So it's right here. Look very closely. This top part is red, and this bottom part is orange. So it's just slightly different. You may not notice it, and that's the point. It's cursed. Now, I've done something similar on the other side. I've made the blue more cyan, and we'll look at it like right now as I fly towards there. Cyan, see? On this side, rather than changing it like the hue roughly 5 degrees of hueness, this one I've changed like roughly 20 degrees of hueness. If that makes any sense. Man, that probably doesn't make any sense. But forget about it. Here, also a comparative shot. The top texture, this texture here, it's unchanged, and the bottom texture is a new cyan sort of colored teal texture. It's subtle, but it freaks you out. And when you're on this map, you're like, was it always like that? Was this map slightly different than I remember? And the answer is no, it is actually different. And that is cursed. In my opinion, something's cursed. It's subtle. It works. You don't really notice it, but maybe you do. Now, I may change this one again. I may make this one more subtle because the other one, on the red side, I only made it 5 hue points. I've only shifted the hue a little bit. But here I did it by 20. But, you know, blue is a harder color to see differences in than red to orange. At least when I was editing it. So, I don't know. I may change this to make it more subtle. Who knows? Just tell me what you think in the comments. Alright, so what's next on the changelog I've made? Unlike last time, this time I actually wrote down all the changes I made. So it's really easy to go through them. Blue spawn points face strange directions. Okay, so this was actually implemented previously, but I didn't mention it because I forgot. It's subtle and it's freaky. You don't notice it, but when you spawn in, you'll be facing this direction. If you spawn right here, you'll be facing this direction. If you spawn right here, you'll be facing this direction. And that is subtle and weird. It's subtle weirdness. Yeah. Okay, so that's cursed. I'm gonna say slightly cursed, not very. All the things add to a big cursed map, but if you're taking these small changes by themselves, that's not very cursed, okay? Let's move on. Blue staircase made harder to climb. Oh, yes. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, blue staircase. Does it look a little different to you? Now, these are, I think, 32 units high, so you have to jump every single one. And the left and right side, it looks like a slope, but it's actually an invisible texture. It's nothingness. You fall through it, so it has no collision, basically. So you gotta jump up, and you gotta jump and jump and jump and jump and jump your way to the top. Now, for comparison, we'll look at the red side now, just because the red side's unchanged. You know, it's not symmetrical. Oh, here's also clipping. Let me just remove that for a moment. Hide. So it looks like this. This is the regular staircase, right? And then on blue side, where you have to actually jump up the stairs, it's like giant steps. Okay, now that's cursed. That's annoying. That's in your face. That's like, why have you done this? And I love it. What I could do is continue. This is just a weird idea. I could instead make this all invisible and just make the staircase look exactly how it used to look. But it still has this collision here, so you still have to jump up it. Should I do that, or should I just keep it like this? I think this way is possibly better. I don't know. I'll listen to the comments, though. Either way. Alright, so what's next on the changelog? Blue cabinet made 20% smaller. Okay, so I made one of the cabinets 20% smaller. Unfortunately, within Hammer World Editor, you cannot see this actual change. I think it's this one, but it also could just be this one. Well, no, I put clipping in it, because, okay, if you change a prop in Team Fortress 2... Wait, is this blue side? No, I'm on red side. Aw, I'm stupid. Sorry. My bad. Okay. Let's go to the blue side. I was already on blue side. Okay. It's this one? No? It's this one? Yes, it's this one. See, there's clipping here. Alright. There's just a simple player clip texture. Alright, so this one's made 20% smaller. You can't really tell because it doesn't really show. That's just how Hammer is. But it's roughly the size of that. The clipping inside of it. Now, this is one of those things where you have to do trial and error, so I have to run the map and see if it actually makes sense. Like, it could be floating above the ground, for all I know. Because changing the size of props is a little weird, okay? Just gotta, simply put, a little weird in Team Fortress 2. Unhide that. Oh, yes, this one's good. Halloween Scream, when classes fall through the fake floor catwalk thing. Alright, so over here, this is where the fake floor is, right? The texture's a little different. So if you're walking over here, you fall through. So I've added the Halloween Scream underneath. This invisible texture here, this invisible trigger. What it does is, it plays the Halloween Scream for when you fall down a giant pit. Like when you fall down the extremely giant pit on, what's it called? Hightower event. Yes. Hell Tower. And so yeah, that might be annoying though, because you'll hear people just screaming. So I could put a cooldown on it, like yeah, let's say like it only could trigger once every minute or something. I'll have to set up the logic, but maybe it's better. Maybe it's good like this. I'll try it either way. I don't know. It could just be too annoying. Hard to say. We'll keep it like this for now, I suppose. There's, you know, I'm always up for suggestions on changes and things. Intel room windows clipping lowered. Oh, okay, this is pretty straightforward. I think it's just better. This is just a small change because I don't like Turbine being how it is. Okay, so how Turbine used to be is that this clipping here, it would go all the way to the ceiling, and so you could never jump over this fence. You could not jump over the fence and go over here. And so I've lowered that. It's not really freaky. It's not really cursed. It's not cursed at all. In fact, it's actually uncursed. Pff, wait a minute. Maybe I should undo the change then if it's uncursed. Huh. I don't know. I just like it this way better. You could walk over this fence. Okay, what's wrong with that, developer? What's wrong with that original maker of this map? Why can't you walk over the fence? Come on, bro. Let us stand on this window. And so I've allowed that. Alright, next thing. Blue Intel floor lowered. Okay. Let's go there. Alright, so this floor is lower. Kind of hard to see because it's a bunch of like no build textures I put here. These invisible rectangles, they're trigger textures. They just make it so engineers can't build underneath the staircases and stuff. I've lowered this area, so it's lower. Just trust me. Hide. I don't know. Hide this. Does that look lower to you? I guess so. So the staircase just ends there and then goes down. So I'm not entirely sure if this is a good idea. I don't know if this is gonna work. It's not subtle. It's just obvious. You're like, oh, this place is lower. And that's just not cool. That's possibly not right. So I don't know how to change this. I don't know how to improve this. Maybe I'll keep it like it is. I don't know. I'm open for suggestions once again. Gotta say that a lot. But right now as it stands, it's annoying and freaky and kind of out there and kind of weird. So it is kind of cursed. But maybe I can make it better. I don't know. Give suggestions and comments. Alright, what's next? Added random decloak sounds to Intel rooms. Alright, so let me unhide that. So here, you may notice there's an ambient generic. See? Ambient generic. You may notice there's an ambient generic here. Now, if you don't make math, you're like, what? Okay, so here's an ambient generic. It's very ambient and generic. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's just actually get on topic here. This plays the decloak sound of the Dead Ringer, and this plays the decloak sound of a regular spy, just like with the other two watches. So the idea here is, on random logic, within the two Intel rooms, out of nowhere, just randomly, you'll hear the sound of a decloaking spy, and that's freaky, and that is possibly cursed. This is straight from a comment in the previous videos. Someone had this idea, and I was like, you know what? Sounds good. Now you may be thinking, why did I just fly to the other side of the map? Oh, that's because here's what the logic is. So looking at this logic, I've set it up so at a minimum, it's random. At a minimum interval of 120 seconds, it'll trigger one of the four sounds. Or, yeah, between 120 seconds and 600 seconds. So between those two things. So it'll never go like less than 120 seconds once and then trigger again within that time span. But also it'll never go over 600 seconds. That's what that means, okay? Pretty straightforward. Possibly you understand? I don't know. What's next on the change log? Oh, finished red spawned doors going up and added sign. Okay, let's check it out. Alright, so previously I mentioned that I made this a spawn door, and it is, and now it's finished. So we have a spawn door right here. The way this works is, it just goes up. you stand in this trigger if you're red. If you're on red team, that is to say. And yeah, that's basically it. It goes up, as well as the railing outside here. This railing and this railing, these are two props. And this long bench on the inside. So let me just hide this part here. And I guess I'll hide this. This is just a no build texture. I mean, no build trigger. So you can't build things here. In a door, that'd be kind of weird, building things. Team Fortress 2, man. Gotta have, like, no build textures around. I mean, brushes. Hide! Okay. So, this just goes upwards. Now, I'm thinking, maybe I should make this transparent. Like, you could not stand on this bench. Because you could, in theory, just sort of, like open the door, then rocket jump up. Then, as the bench is up here, be on top of the bench and just keep the door open. Now, Is that bad? Is that good? I don't know. Perhaps it's better that way. Perhaps it looks cool. Perhaps, well, not looks cool. Perhaps its function is fun. Perhaps trolling your teammates by keeping the door open is a good thing. Maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know. I'll just keep it like that for now. But if maybe I should just remove the clipping from this and these brushes on the bottom here. And then so it's impossible to do that, to keep the door open and just sort of stand on the door at the same time as keeping it open. So, I don't know. Perhaps just leave a comment on whether or not I should do that or not. Alright, oh right, yeah, here, the sign. Okay, so since I moved the spawn positions over here, because this door is out of order. And check it out, I put a sign. Out of order. And it's slightly tilted. And there's wood textures to it. Let me just hide this. Perhaps it can be seen from here. Hard to see, but it's wood, just trust me. Now you may be thinking, what's this? And what's this? This is just a black wire going from like the frame here to here, and from here to here. So it looks as though the sign is being held up by two wires on the left and the right. Pretty straightforward. What's next on the change log? Half finished hidden cube map room idea. Oh. Okay, is it over here on this side? No, it's on the other side of the map. Alright, on blue side. So let's just fly our way over to blue side. So, posted in the comments, I think I got this directly from the comments of the previous videos. Maybe I came up with it. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just give credit to comments because why not? I'm not a mean person. I don't need credit for things I didn't do. So the idea here is there's this box here. This box contains textures and a cube map, and still all the cube map, as seen here, one of these things, it points to all of these textures here, all of these glass textures. So let's fly inside. Right now, this is just a work in progress. This is really up for suggestions. What I should put in here, or how I should change this room out, or maybe I could even make it more elaborate than a room, or I could make anything really. What this does is, if you're not familiar with cube maps, reflective textures use cube maps. Cube maps are like 6-way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6-way screenshots, and they're connected together. And they're used to determine the reflection on weapons or the reflections on reflective surfaces. Okay, and that's what they do in Team Fortress 2. And other Source Engine games as well, just side note. So, I made this box, this room, and it says, nothing here lol. It's just a temporary texture. That's just funny. I just had it lying around because why not? I don't know, I just had it. Just, why are you looking at me weirdly? It's just a texture. Nothing here lol, okay? There's just nothing here lol. And this thing, this cube map, you could set cube maps to point to specific textures. So this cube map points to all these textures over here, all this glass on the inside. Now I could make it also the glass on the outside, but maybe not. It's a lot of pointing. It already points so much, you know what I mean? It could point more though. Alright, so I'm up for suggestions on what I should put, what texture I should use in that room, or what I should do to make this fake cool reflection. So then when you're playing the map, you're on blue and you respawn, you look in the mirror, you look in the glass, and you're like, why is there a picture of a cat? Or why is there a picture of something else? And that's basically what the troll is. That's basically what the curse is. What's being cursed here is the reflections are weird. Alright. Next change log thing. Turbine spins slower and second one spins. Oh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do with the turbines here. So now this one spins as well as the other one here. And also I set them up to spin really, really slowly. So that it's subtle that they're actually spinning. You may not even notice. Or you may. Who knows? And I don't know. I don't know what to do with the turbines and Turbine. Someone suggested changing out the turbines for the turbines you find on Power... What's that map called? Powerhouse? Powerhouse? Yeah, let's say Powerhouse. That makes sense. So someone suggests changing out the turbines for the ones you find on Powerhouse. I think they're way taller. I'll try it. I'll try it off screen, I suppose. And unless someone has a better suggestion, yeah. Okay, what else is there? And that is it. Those are all the changelog, all the changes I've made so far in this map. And I'm still working through the other changes. There's a lot to get through. Oh man, you people post a lot of comments on these videos suggesting suggestions. And I look through every single one of them. I don't respond to everyone, I'm sorry about that. But I do look at them and I think to myself, yeah, let's implement that right now. And I go open this Hammer World Editor and do so. Or I don't. You know, it happens. Oh, two things to mention. Wait, no, I forgot it now. Darn. How the human brain fails me sometimes. Oh, I have like no idea what to do with this area here. Or on the other side, like this is untouched. This is completely vanilla. I have no idea what to do here. So, suggestions. Oh, what I will do is do what people suggested in terms of making the vents, like as seen here, vents, like maze-like. One of them will be a maze, the other one will be small, and you'll be inflicted with the Halloween spell that makes you shrink, and you go through them. You go through the maze. And maybe that one won't be a maze, though. It'll just be small. I don't know. Another suggestion was to make it so you fall sooner than you think. So instead of falling over here, you fall through an invisible floor over here into the same room. And I will do that, but that room will probably have a lot of, like, this. No build clipping. Yeah, no build brushes so that engineers, the sentry guns can't kill you. I mean, because you can no longer see that there's danger there, right? So it's a little fairer if you can't build a sentry in the room anymore. Also, screw you guys. Screw engineers building sentries in intel rooms. I'm just gonna say ban that. Maybe I'm just gonna ban that completely. Who knows? I'm just joking. Although maybe not. Who knows? Now the other thing I was gonna do. Oh yeah. This is a common suggestion as well in the comments. The suggestion to switch out the flags, put this one on the other side and this one and this side and this one, except whatever. Pretend I said a sentence that made sense. Just switch them out, alright? Makes sense. Now, that's just reverse capture the flag. That's like not cursed at all. I gotta disagree with you guys. I mean, if you're used to regular Turbine, it's weird, but other than that, it's just reverse capture the flag, where you bring your flag to their side rather than take their flag and bring it back to your side. So I'm not gonna do that because that's just reverse capture the flag. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone can make a really unbelievably compelling argument. If you're out there and you can make an unbelievably compelling argument for me doing that, then maybe I shall do that. Anyways, that was the video. This is Cursed Turbine, and it is, I don't know, 40, 30, 60, 70% complete. Oh, wait, I forgot something else I was going to mention. Yes. Okay, so you see this sign out here? Red versus blue? I think I'm going to switch out the sign for the two individual signs. The one that just says red on it and the one that just says blue on it. Like billboards, basically. But I'm going to change the texture. So, well, I'm going to put a fake texture on top. I'm not going to change the texture of a model. That's kind of like a pain in the butt. I'm going to put a fake texture that's like, it's basically going to look like Coca-Cola, and it's going to say red with like the Coca-Cola text. And then the blue one's going to say Pepsi. No. It's going to say blue with the Pepsi text and the Pepsi logo. Okay? That is just freaky. That is just cursed. That is like, what? What have you done? Why have you done this? Unfortunately, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, kind of like a cultural thing, I think they have their outreaches throughout the entire world. Like, you could buy it anywhere in the world, those products. So, you'll probably recognize the logos, or at least the font. You'll probably understand what the joke is there, but maybe not if you don't watch his videos. I don't know. That's just another cursed idea I've had. And I have a lot of those, because this map is like halfway done. Alright, so, give suggestions on things and other things, and also some things that are not things. Yeah, lots of stuff. Well, also mostly this map. Like, give suggestions on this map. I mean, you can suggest other things, but whatever. And that was the video. Please give suggestions in the comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, where I make a bunch of other improvements. Au revoir.